If you want to know how to use Cramer's rule to solve a system of simultaneous equation, then I want you to stick to the end of this video, because in this video we are going to be treating all that in detail. This is just academic mathematics where we make you a mathematics genius. Without further ado, let's go straight to business. Now today we are moving into Cramer's rule. Remember, we have been on matrix and determinant, and we have covered a lot under matrix and determinant. So we have looked at matrix, we have looked at addition of matrix, multiplication of matrix, inverse of matrix, determinant of matrix. We've looked at all that. Now this brings us to using Cramer's rule to solve a system of simultaneous equation. Remember, we have done using matrix method to solve simultaneous equation. Cramer's rule is different from using matrix method. Cramer's rule is also another interesting method. I think it's even easier than the matrix method. Now for Cramer's rule, this is all you need to know. Just follow me now. So this is a simultaneous equation, two linear equations involving two variables. Now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So the first thing we're going to do is to write out this equation in order like this. So we have 3x minus 5y is equals to minus 5, and 4x minus 7y is also equals to minus 8. So this is the two equations we have. Now, the next step is to get what is called change in zero. What do I mean by change in zero? Follow me. Change in zero is the coefficient of x and y in this equation, these two equations, and the determinant of their coefficient, the determinant of the coefficient of x and y. Now, this is what I mean by that. Determinant, of course, is a straight line. So what is the coefficient of x here? 3. What is the coefficient of y here? Minus 5. What is the coefficient of x here? 4. What is the coefficient of y here? Minus 7. So we are looking for the determinant of this coefficient of x and y. The determinant, which is this now, is what we call change in zero. So let's proceed. And of course, you know how to solve determinant. The 3 times 7 is 3 times minus 7 minus what? Minus 5 times what? 4. So 3 times minus 7 will give us what? Minus 21. Now this is minus 5 times 4 will give us minus 20. But when you times this minus times minus is plus. So we have plus 20. So the change in zero is actually minus what? 1 as the final answer. Now we have gotten change in zero. The next step is to get what is called change in x. Change in x. Now what will be change in x? Look at change in s. Change in s is simply, now in this column of x, we'll replace this column of x with these two constants. That is minus 5 and minus 8. We'll replace the column of x with the constant, minus 5 and minus 8. And we retain the coefficient of y, which is minus 5 and what? Minus 7. So the determinant of this now is what we call change in x. Are you following? So we do the same thing. What is the determinant? Minus 5 times minus 7, of course. Minus 5 times minus 7 minus the minus 5 times minus 8, negative 8. So minus 5 times minus 7 will give, minus 5 times minus 7 is positive. That is 35, positive. Minus times minus is here is plus, times another minus, minus. So all this is minus what? 40. So we have equals to what? 35 minus 40 is what? Minus 5. Minus 5. So x, change in x is minus 5. Now that we know change in s, let's go and get the last one there, which is change in y. What is change in y? Change in y, you know what will happen now, of course. You retain the column of x. You retain s, which is what? 3 and 4. Then you replace y column with the constant, which is minus 5 and what? Minus 8. Of course, the determinant, of course. Now let's go for the determinant. What is the determinant? 3 times minus 8, 3 times minus 8 minus 5 times 4. And 3 times minus 8 is what? Minus 24. Minus times minus is plus. So this one, everything here is 20. Positive 25 times 4 is 20 plus 20. So 24, rather minus 24 plus 20 will give us what? Will give us minus 4. Are you there now? So with this now, let's get the value of x and y. We can now come here and conclude that therefore, the value of s is equals to, what is the value of s? The value of s is equals to change in x over change in 0. And what is change in s? Change in x is what? Negative 5. Why change in 0 is negative 1. So x is equals to what? 5. X is 5. We'll do the same thing for y. To get the value of y, we'll go for what? Change in y over what? Change in 0. And what is change in y? Change in y is minus 4. Over change in 0 is what? Minus 1. So when you divide both, you have what? You have 4. So we are therefore concluding that the value of xy, x followed by y, is the same thing as what? 5 followed by 4. These are the two values. So this is what Cramer's rule look like for 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, now let's solve 2 more under 2 by 2 matrix. Let's see example 2. Look at example 2. Let's see example 2. Now, for this example 2, we're going to do the same thing, the same procedure. But the first thing I want you to note in this example 2 is that notice that this is x followed by y, then constant. But this is x followed by constant, then y. So it's better we arrange it to be in line. Are you get what I'm saying? It has to be in line. What do I mean? We have 2x plus 5y is equals to this C whole number 1 over 2 simply means 2 times 6, 12 plus 1. That is 13 over 2. Now this one, x starts 5x. We have to bring this 2y to this side to give me minus 2y. Then equals to, we return this minus 9 to this side, become plus 9. So the way it is now, it is well arranged. X in one column, y in one column, the constant after the equals to in one column. So as it is now, we know what to do next. We'll go for change in 0 again. What is change in 0? Change in 0 is the determinant of the coefficient of x and y. So what is the coefficient of x here? 2 and what? 5. What is the coefficient of y here? 5 and what? Minus 2. So let's get the determinants in order to get change in 0. So change in 0 is equals to, what is the determinant? 2 times minus 2 minus 5 times what? 5. And 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Why minus 5 times 5 is minus 25. So our answer here will give us what? Minus 4 minus 25 is what? Minus 29. So that is change in 0. So now that we know change in 0, we can go for change in x. Change in x means we replace the s column with the constants. And what is the s column? 2 and 5. We omit it. We replace it with what? 13 over 2, 9. Then we retain x, y, which is 5 and what? Minus 2. So let's get the determinant of this to give us change in x. So change in x is what? Will now give us 13 over 2 times minus 2 minus 5 times 9. And 13 over 2 times 2, 2 will cancel 2. We are left with minus 13. And minus 5 times minus 5 times 9 will give us what? Will give us minus 45. Are you following now? So the next thing we're expected to do is to get the difference between what? Between 13 minus what? 45 minus 13 minus 13 minus what? 45 will give us what? That will give us, if you add it up, this 8 and what? 5. That is minus 50 what? 58. Are you there now? So the next step is to get change in y. Change in y. Now changing y again, we retain s column, which is 2 and 5, and we replace y column with the constant, which is 13 over 2 and what? And 9. Now, well, let's get the determinant of this. What is the determinant? The determinant will be 2 times 9 minus 13 over 2 times what? 5. So this will give us what? 18 minus, since nothing can cancel out there, we can call this 65 over 2. So we have a small fraction to operate there. And what's the LCM? The LCM should be what? 2. 1, there is 1 under here now, of course. 1 into 2, 2. 2 times 18 is what? 36. When you times 2 by 18, you have 36. So you have 36 minus 2 into 2, 1. 1 times 65, 65. So you now have 36 minus 65, which will give us minus 29 over 2. That is actually the final answer for changing y. Minus 29 over what? Over 2. Minus 29 over 2. So with that, we can now find the value of s. Therefore, x is equals to change in x over change in 0. And what is change in s? Change in s is what? Minus 29 over, change in s is 58, minus 58, not minus 29. Minus 58 over change in 0 is what? Minus 29. Of course, if you look at it carefully, you know that 29 will go into 58 how many times? 2 times. Minus will cancel minus. So 28 divided by 29 is what? 2. So x is 2. Now let's go for y. What is y? Y is change in y over change in 0. And what is change in y? Change in y is what? Minus 29 over 2. This one now, this over here, we change it to divide by change in 0. What is change in 0? Change in 0 is what? Minus 29. You know what that means? What this means is that you have equals to minus 29 over 2 times 1 over 29, negative. So this will cancel this. So at the end of the day, we are left with what? We are left with 1 over what? 2. So that is the value of y. So we have concluded by saying that after solving this equation for x followed by y, the answer is that s is equals to 2 and y is equals to 1 over 2. So that is example 2. Okay, let's close this class by solving one more under 2 by 2 matrix. Remember to make sure you watch the next class, because in the next class, I'll be showing you a simultaneous equation that has 3 variables. 3 variables. This one just have only 2. So in the next class, I'll be showing the one of A, B, C or X, Y, Z. But let's proceed with this. So the same thing is applicable. It doesn't matter whether it's fraction or it is the same procedure. So first, we go for change in 0. If you know what to do now, change in 0, of course, will be equals to what? What is the fraction? X, 4 over 3, followed by what? 5 over 6, and 1 over 3 rather. 5 over 6 is y. This is 5 over 6 here. So this place should be 1 over what? 3. Permit me to okay, I will write it out later. So 4 over 3, 5 over 6, then 1 over 3 here, and what? 5 over what? 12 here. Are you following? So we're going for the determinant of this. There is 1 over 3 here. Don't forget, I will replace it later. But let's proceed. So the determinant of this means what? 4 over 3 times 5 over 12 minus 5 over 6 times in what? 1 over 3. There's 1 over 3 there. So what will this give to us? This is the same thing as, if you cancel out, you see that 4 will cancel 12 3 times. So on this side alone, we'll have 5 over 9. On this side, we'll have minus 5 over what? 18. So if you solve it in fraction, this one means LCM here is what? 18. 9 into 18, 2. 2 times 5, 10. Minus 18 into 18, 1. 1 times 5, 5. So the answer for changing 0 is what? 5 over what? 18. 5 over 18. Let's have that at the back of our mind. Now remember, we are putting what here? We are putting 1 over 3 here. There is 1 over 3 here. 1 over 3. Don't forget that. Okay, let's advance. So the next one is for us to go for what? Changing x. Changing x. For changing x, we replace the s column with the constant. Notice that the two constants is 1. So we have 1 here, we have 1 here. We return the y column, which is 5 over 6 and 5 over what? 12. So let's go for the determinant. What is the determinant? Determinant is 1 times 5 over 12 minus 5 over 6 times 1. Of course, this will give us what? 5 over 12 minus 5 over 6. If we find the LCM, we will get 12. 12 into 12, 1 times 5, 5. 6 into 12, 2 times 5, 10. So what do we have here? We have minus what? 5 over what? 12. Minus 5 over 12. So that is the value of what? Of changing x. In the same way, we go for changing y. Now, what is changing y? We replace the y column with the constant, but we retain the s column. The s column still remains what? 4 over 3 and what? And 1 over 3. That is the s column. We replace y with what? 1 and 1. Are you there? So what is the determinant? We have 4 over 3 times in 1 minus 1 times in 1 over 3. Are you there? Okay. If you open this bracket properly, you have 4 over 3 minus 1 over 3. Of course, LCM is 3. So 3 into 3, 1 times 4, 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 will give us what? 3 over 3. So changing y is equals to what? 1. Therefore, what is x? S is equals to changing x over changing 0. And what is changing s? Changing s is minus 5 over 12. Now this over here, we can change it to divide by what? Changing 0. What is changing 0? 5 over 18. And this will give us what? 5 over 12. We convert this to multiplication times what? 18 over 5. Of course, 5 can cancel 5. 6 go here, 2. 6 go here, many? 3. So at the end of the day, we are left with what? We are left with what? Minus 3 over 2. You can as well put it in mixed fraction if you like, as one whole number, 1 over 2. But we'll leave it like that. So y is equals to what? Changing y over changing 0. Now, what is changing y? Changing y is 1, is 1 over, that is divided by, changing 0 is what? 5 over 18. What does that mean? This means 1 times 18 over 5, which implies 18 over 5 as the answer for changing y. Also, we can still present this in mixed fraction as 3 whole number, 3 over 5. I get what I'm saying? Is still allowed. You can put this one finally as minus 1 whole number, 1 over 2 in mixed fraction. And you can put this one in mixed fraction as 3 whole number, 3 over 5. So we conclude that after solving the equation for x, y, followed by y, what is the value of s? Minus 1 whole number, 1 over 2. What is the value of s? The y, 3 whole number, 3 over 5. This is how to solve Cramer's rule using 2 by 2 matrix. In our next class, I'm going to be showing you the one of 3 variables, x, y, z. Don't miss that class. Thank you. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do so now. And make sure you share our videos. When you share the videos, more people will see it, more people will benefit. Then I myself will be encouraged to do more, because my goal is to solve all the topics in mass, or as far, even if it's going to take me 5 years, but to treat everything in mass, bit by bit, stage by stage, topic by topic. So it's going to be a long journey, and I need your encouragement. The least you can do is to share our video. Make sure you share it on Facebook, share it on all social media platforms follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. It's just Academy Mathematics. And more importantly, if you need a one-on-one tutorial, you want me to teach you one-on-one, just only you, all you need to know, just reach me via our WhatsApp contact. Thank you. See you in our next class.